Arrest her! She destroyed community property! That's literally what Elaine Collins screamed at police while my wife stood there holding nothing but a brand new padlock. She had changed the rusty old lock on our lake cabin gate, our gate, and somehow that turned into flashing lights, sirens bouncing off the water, and neighbors staring like we'd committed a crime. I felt my stomach twist, caught between laughing at the absurdity and wanting to scream at the injustice. What you would have done if your spouse got treated like a criminal for fixing a lock. The morning started normal enough. Emily was drinking her coffee on the cabin deck, sketching some art project for her students, while I checked the old gate that connected our property to the main lake road. The lock had been hanging there by rust and hope for probably 6 months, ever since we inherited the place from my grandfather. I kept meaning to fix it, but you know how those weekend projects go. Emily finally got tired of wrestling with the thing every time we came up here, so she drove to the hardware store and bought a decent replacement. Nothing fancy, just a standard padlock that actually worked when you turned the key. I was inside making breakfast, scrambling eggs and thinking about maybe finally fixing that loose deck board that had been creaking all summer. I was flipping bacon when I heard the sirens. Not one car, but 3 patrol vehicles racing down our quiet lake road like they were chasing someone who'd just robbed a bank. The sound bounced off the water and echoed through the pine trees in that eerie way that makes your stomach drop. I stepped onto the porch and saw Emily standing by our gate with a confused expression, holding the old broken lock in one hand and the packaging from the new one in the other. Behind her stood Elaine Collins, our HOA president, pointing dramatically at the gate like Emily had just defaced a historical monument. The woman was practically vibrating with self-righteous fury, her voice carrying across the water as she gestured wildly at my wife, like a prosecutor presenting evidence to a jury. Elaine was in full theatrical mode, waving her arms and shouting about community property destruction, while Emily stood there holding a $20 padlock like it was evidence of a federal crime. The scene looked completely insane, with 3 patrol cars surrounding my wife over routine hardware maintenance on our own property. I could see Emily's face turning red, not from anger, but from sheer humiliation of being treated like a criminal in front of half the neighborhood, while simply trying to fix something that needed fixing. She clutched my grandfather's old rusted lock in her hand. Maybe she was thinking about how he had maintained this property for 40 years. What started as a $20 padlock turned into a scene that would rewrite our fight with the HOA. Click here to watch the fallout.